Russia just shot down a Ukrainian F-16 during a missile strike. Let me explain. Well, on the night of June 29, 2025, Russia launched an absolutely massive aerial assault against Ukraine. They fired over 537 drones and missiles in a single night. This was one of the largest air attacks since the war began. Ukraine immediately scrambled everything it had: air defenses, radar systems, and their brand new F-16 fighter jets. One of those F-16s was piloted by Lieutenant Maxim Ustimenko, a veteran pilot with a reputation for being absolutely fearless in combat. That night, he flew straight into the chaos. Ustimenko shot down 7 enemy targets during the battle, but as he went after an 8th target, his F-16 took critical damage. The jet was still flying, but not for long. He couldn't eject or land safely, and because there were civilians directly below, he made a split-second decision to steer the crippled fighter away from populated areas, sacrificing himself to avoid civilian casualties. And just like that, Ukraine lost one of its brand new U.S.-supplied F-16s and Lieutenant Ustimenko.